What's up? Welcome back to Southern Unscripted. Oh my God, we have so much to unpack today. And we are actually super busy. So we are getting it in where we fit it in. Per usual. Okay, so much to chat about. First and foremost, we just had our Mardi Gras ball this past weekend. And oh my God, I am blown away by the support that I have received just in 3 short years from being here in Houston. I am actually really proud of the progress that we've made. I've built, I say it's literally a village, but we've built a community. I just remember my first year when I'm telling these people about Mardi Gras, no one really was like buying it. They were just like, oh God, an event, Mardi Gras, da da da, until I got one person there that year. And then that person talked about it. Then the next year, we got a few more. And then this year, I had so much of my girls that we've chatted about in the networking group. Literally, almost every single one of them was there. Um, it was crazy. It's crazy to see what we've built. I think I have something unique, even more unique than the Mardi Gras balls back home. The guy that partnered with us, Justin Duplessis, or however you say their last name, um, he is bringing something to our crew that no one has back home. Like back home, it's you usually have your royal duchesses, the king and the queen, and can be really regal. Or you'll have, crew to wide load, what we do, which is very entertainment, which is kind of what I duplicated, except I'm able to like really dig deeper with the storyline and people actually know what's going on because I have these digital screens and this production that no one has back home, that we're like tailoring into our entertainment. So like it ties the whole story together and even the people who are already buzzing can totally understand what's going on. Versus like back home, you just have a bunch of skits, people are drinking, they know the theme, but they don't really know what's going on. Um, so I am super excited. And for year 3, I have to say we went out with a bang. The only person I think we were missing was John Weatherall. And if you are from Louisiana, you know exactly who John Weatherall is. Um, Me and John Weatherall actually go way back. What people don't know, he once upon a time was a photographer. And so we kind of connected in the photography world. And when he was just starting to build his business, fresh out of college, and he was interning for a news station, I hired him to do my maternity photo shoot. And that somehow evolved. He does not do photography anymore, I don't think. But that has somehow has evolved to him just capturing Mardi Gras because we got him to wide load and it's evolved. And now he is literally putting people on the map, whether it's their business, their Mardi Gras foundation, their they do munchies on the map back home. Like he's literally putting people on the map just because he goes around filming Mardi Gras, whether it's a Mardi Gras ball, a Mardi Gras um, parade, and a Mardi Gras event, anything, he puts them on the map. And I'm missing him. And he even says, like, one day I'm gonna come out there, but it's so hard because actual Mardi Gras is happening back home and he has to capture all of it. So it's hard to get him here. But I'm like, man, if you start hiring people and you branch off, you have a whole market out here in Texas, even with the rodeo. That's like our Mardi Gras here. But anyways, squirreling, that's not what we're talking about today. I just want to say that's what we're coming off of. I'm kind of still on a high about how well the event even with the bad weather that they had, you guys, the snow storm that never happened, the sleet that never happened. Thank God everyone got home safe because that would be horrible. But what is going on with our meteorologists? Because I've had people had to cancel to come to the Mardi Gras because of this weather. I mean, it's cold. Don't get me wrong. It's really freaking cold. It's like 28 degrees outside, which is so cold. And by the way, I hate cold because I hate my heater on. My heater is on 67. Like I will not put it anything higher. It's blowing hot air. It's 67 degrees in my house. Most people would say that's cold, but it's hot air that's being blown. So it's freaking hot. My sleep is not that great because I get hot. I will pull myself out of the covers because I am so hot while it's 28 degrees outside. It just makes no sense. Then I'm in sweats today. I'm wearing a fur. And the second I walk in my house, it's like it hits me like a gust of heat and I'm just immediately sweating. I am so ready for the summer. I have bathing suits in my shopping cart as we speak. Like that's how sick of this cold I am. Like it's time. It's time to go on the yacht and live it up. Okay, enough of that. So, this is what we're getting into today. So, I know on my last podcast, I talked about wanting to do social media, and I'm just gonna cusp over social media because I'm going through it. I'm learning. I'm like putting things into play. I'm trying to hold myself and being accountable and making sure I post and be consistent. Engagement. People are forgetting that it's important for you to also engage. You can't just post and then say, okay, hopefully you go viral. You have to actually go and talk to people on their pages, blah, blah, blah. Um, but I don't want this to be too educational because I'm really ready to dive into some fun talk. And so we're going to do a hard shift halfway through and we're going to have some locker room talk. We're coming up on February, which is the month of love, which I love. And we're just going to talk about dating men and their energy and red flags and creepy energy and, you know, just some hot and spicy stuff. So Mardi Gras social media and Valentine's, that is what we're giving today. So just to start with um, social media has really evolved. It really used to be for fun. And I think it's not for fun anymore unless you have a page, that's what you're doing. Um, but in the era that I grew up in building a business, a website was like everyone needed a website, which I still think certain businesses need a website. Like everyone needs a website. But I can tell you this, social media is the new website. And if I'm going shop someone's services and I go to their social media and their media gives me everything that I need, the content, the befores, the afters, it's showing what you can do, it's showing how incredible it is. The likelihood of me clicking on your website is slim. But if I go to your page and it's whack and you ain't got nothing popping and you haven't posted in a while, I'm gonna go deeper and look into your website. But still, it makes it seem like maybe you're not doing it anymore because you don't post often. And websites are made and then they're set, right? Some people update their websites, but some people don't. Some people just make it and it sits. So if your social media isn't popping, it's to the point where it's giving red flags at this point. Um, I love like watching business people. There's this company called Masterclass where you have like high-end people like Martha Stewart, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, like any celebrities who have built a business and not necessarily like celebrities you may know off the top of your hat. There's like high-end photographers that you may have never heard of that I know of that teach in this masterclass stuff. I did this masterclass for a year. Look it up, masterclass, if you like growing. And something I was watching of what that Kim K said, because she is a beast when it comes to like branding herself and how to turn another brand, how she brands herself but turns that into another brand is insane. Like this is what she said that basically stopped me in my tracks because I was like, wow, because I'll hear people say I'm not messing with social media, I don't want to post, I don't they're worried. I don't want to do that. She literally said, if you don't care enough about social media, then you don't really care about building a brand. Don't build a brand if you don't care about social media. That was like, ouch. How can you want to build a brand and not care about social media? How can you want you to grow your clientele, but you're not putting yourself out there? This is literally the new cold call. It is so important. And I can't scream it from the rooftops enough. So I kind of want to dive into this. So a lot of people will have excuses on why they're not posting. So let's get into it. First and foremost, people are worried if they will be judged. Um, you're being judged. Let's just put that out there. You are 1000% being judged and you're not even posting. So why does it fucking matter if you post and be judged? They're already judging you, bitch. They are already judging you. So who cares? Or, another one would be like, "Oh my god, I look like crap. I don't wanna post." Bitch, you are going in public looking like that, honey. Public, okay? So go ahead and post. Otherwise, go back into your closet and pull that shit together and then come back out, okay? Because it doesn't matter if you're going in public and everyone already sees you like that. What difference does it make if you put it on social media or if you go in public? Huge. That's a huge one. That one shifted my mindset a long time ago, and so now you see all of me. You see me glammed, you see me ratchet, you see me no makeup, like I am who I am, and I've embraced it and I've accepted it, and I really don't give a shit now. Like, I'll just post whatever. It's to the point that I'm like, I'll make fun of myself. If someone, like, for example, the Mardi Gras ball, a bitch was cutting a rug, okay? I don't do that often. Once a year is plenty enough. But I was dancing my ass off. I don't care. And I promise you, there's a bunch of footage. So before everyone starts putting the footage out there and making fun of me or laughing at me, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there myself, make fun of myself. It makes me seem more authentic because I'm just stepping into my truth. I am a businesswoman, but I let loose every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, just be who you are. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Okay. Some people will be like, it's like capitalizing on tagging your location, like where you are. Dude, on TikTok, for example, we like to stay at the Ritz Carlton a lot. If the Ritz Carlton gives commission on if you travel and then you do a video and tag the Ritz Carlton, they'll give commission. So, same thing. If you capitalize on building your audience, you can reach so many more people whenever you tag the location. Some people don't want people to know where they are. They don't. The government knows where you are, bitch. You have an iPhone. Like everyone, like it's so easy to track you now. Why do you care? Okay. Um, or which this is one I may battle myself, but we're in this together, right? I don't want people to think I'm bragging. So, like, let's say your husband bought you a brand new branded luxe purse, handbag, beautiful, Christian Dior, but you don't want to post it and tag them because you don't want people to think you're bragging. Well, what if you are bragging? What is bragging, by the way? Are you proud that you got something nice, or you're worried about other people will think, oh, they will envy you because, you have all the nice things? I'm the same way. I try to be humble. I try to, um, not put stuff like that out there. But the reality is, I should. You know why I should? Because me and my husband started at the very freaking bottom. We had a child at a very young age and we had nothing. We had nothing. The first house that we lived in, oh my God, God bless it. You know what I mean? But like we've built here. So the fact that we are able to treat ourselves to nice things here and there is, I don't want to say flex, but we did that. We did that by building blocks to get here. And it's something you should be proud of. But when you are able to let go of that and start putting it out there and start tagging, you'll get seen. The objective here is to get seen on social media. And sometimes what do they always say? Fake it till you make it. So sometimes you just have to not care about those things. And whenever you start to think about these things, like, what if they judge me? I don't want people to know where I am. What if they think I'm bragging? Uh, I look horrible. I don't want to do this. You sit in the thought for so long that it literally handicaps you from doing it because you're literally living with these thoughts. What if You shift the thoughts to, but what if this works? You only need one video to hit to like grow your audience. What if this one post changes the trajectory of my life? You only need one. You don't need every post to hit, and you don't know which one it is unless you keep showing up. So I need you to get rid of those thoughts. Be willing to put yourself out there. I'm telling you right now, social media is the new website, it's the new cold calling. It's actually making it so much easier than how hard work used to be. I mean, we used to have to go door knocking. We used to have to actually make phone calls. Like, even in the real estate world, I remember in Louisiana, whenever I first started as an agent, like, we would sit at a desk and just try to make phone calls, and any calls that would come in, like, that was I don't even do that anymore because I have social media. I have people reaching out to me because they go in a group and they search looking for a stager, excuse me, looking for an agent, looking for this, and they'll reach out to us and be like, "Hey, I saw this post on social media." I mean, it works, you guys. Like, if I don't post that, then I wouldn't be getting any work. No one knows me out here. I don't have a sphere of influence. I mean, I have a sphere of influence now, but I'm still building it. I'm still building it. I don't have it the way that I have it back home. Like, I know everybody under the sun, all the who's who, and, all the people. It's not like that out here for me. So, like, I'm trying to build something. So I have to be willing to put it out there. Um, so yes, new cold calls, new website. It's the new black. Okay. Being consistent in social media is somewhat challenging for me, especially when I have my son who has like all these people who are mentoring him. There's this guy on TikTok. He is doing courses right now and he's telling everybody to post 20 a day. The fuck? 20 a day? How? I still have real jobs that, pay my bills. So, like, how can I stop what I'm doing to do that? It's a little challenging, but the thing about me is I just keep trying. I just keep trying. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I just keep trying and I'm not going to quit. Posting every day forever is unrealistic for most people. It is. Um, and I don't think you have to post every day forever, but I think you do need to post every day until you find that groove of like you have an audience. That way, if you skip a day or two and then you pick it up on the third day, you didn't get lost. You got to find that consistency. And what did somebody say? Every day for 3 months. Make that goal every day for 3 months. 3 months is not that long. 3 months can go by pretty fast, but see what can happen. Like, create that plan and stick to it. Consistency isn't perfection, it's just repetition. And you got to find the repetition. When you find the repetition, it becomes a part of your day to day habitual ways. Like my son always says, it's non negotiable for him. Like, he has to make the post. Um, but find what makes sense for your life right now. If you are, you work a 9 to 5, but you really want to grow your social media with the idea or the goal or the plan that your social media can be the thing that maybe retires you from this job that you hate, but you have to work this job because this job is what's paying the bills. You really have to be consistent. Like, in order for you to free yourself from that, there's no way. Um, so I couldn't imagine 9 to 5, and then at the end of the day, you post content. Make Sundays the day you're off, a content batch day, and just like knock it out as much as you can. You know what I mean? To where you are setting yourself up for success with the goal of getting yourself freedom, right? So yeah, just, quick review on the social media. I do want to say your bio, all of those things are important, but I always say this, and I might have said this on here before. I'm going to say it again. Your social media is like your store, it's like your brick and mortar. If you don't post often, then when people go shopping in your store and they see, oh, you haven't posted in 3 months, it looks like your store's closed. It looks like it is temporary closed and you don't do business here. And it's not a good look. So even if you I'm gonna use my friend, um, but I guess she could still I was gonna use my friend, she does insurance. I was gonna say, sometimes if you have a business like such, you would think sometimes maybe conversations or content on that business could be boring. Even if you're just posting lifestyle, staying relevant, staying in the forefront of people's mind, as long as you're posting, they'll be like, "Oh, I know she does insurance," right? Versus like if you're just staying quiet, away, someone else might be in the forefront because they're posting about that business. I don't know if that was a good example, but I'm just saying, even if you're not like full-fledged posting business stuff, it could totally be lifestyle. The idea is to stay relevant. The idea is to engage. Oh, let's mention engaging, by the way. Engaging with other people. I will literally just go post on someone's page. Someone posted they were cooking a gumbo. I just went post yum. It's engagement. Sometimes you get lost in the algorithm and they're not seeing your post consistently. But if you go and comment on local people's posts, then it'll put you back in their algorithm because like the likelihood of them liking the comment that you made on their post is very high. So you gotta engage. You gotta engage so you stay relevant in everybody's page. I'll even engage in like fame. I'll use a few people. For example, Vera Wang. She posted this outfit she was in, and it was just so very fashionista. I love fashion, so not everyone would appreciate this outfit that she had, but I did, and it was fabulous. And I went and commented like, "Oh my god, so good." And she commented back, "Hearts, Vera Wang. Vera Wang's talking to me." Now, I'm sure she may do this with all of her people, but you see, even Vera Wang is engaging with people on her social media. So you can't feel like you're too good to engage with the people. It's how you build community behind a screen. It's so much easier than building a community in person. Like you have to get out of that mindset of that what we grew up because we didn't have social media when I was young. Thank God. Because then I would really have a lot of dirt on me, as bad as I used to be. But just to say, engagement is so important. Um, and the more you post and the more you comment and the more you engage and repost and share and your stories. I've had a conversation with chat like, "Hey, chat, my schedule is busy. I need to be consistent on social media. I need to make a realistic plan that works for me." sh- she spit out a bunch of options. Not me posting every single day on my social medias, Instagram specifically, because TikTok is a whole different beast that I have to post every day. Maybe we can do a TikTok uh, segment one day and I'll bring my son back on because he's learning so much and he is like TikTok guru right now. Squirrel, sorry. It came up with a plan that not have to posting every single day, but ideally it was like 2 to 3 reels a week, 2 to 3 posts a week. I guess that could be every day if you reached both. It could be every day, but I don't. I don't. I might do 2 posts a week, 2 reels a week. That's 4 times. And if I get some extras in there, then great, right? And I try to talk about all the things. I try to talk about what's going on in my life. I try to tell stories. I try to just have cool posts because maybe my outfit was good that day. I try to bring people in what's going on. I wish I could do more. I wish I had someone able to follow me and record me everywhere I go because that would be so much easier. And also edit and do everything for me. Because I totally said I would vlog my entire Mardi Gras experience from start to finish, from practice, and I did nothing because I was just so busy. It was like I can't stop to set up my camera. Like it was just very nonstop, go, go, go. And I failed royally on doing that. And so I say this because even me, I try to do my best and I say that I'm going to do it and then I've dropped the ball, which is very normal, but we're going to get up and try again. And this week is a new week. And now that we've crossed over that Mardi Gras bridge, maybe I can focus in a little bit more. And I have enough. footage. My brother-in-law was filming everything. He's great at this. That I'll be able to share some things. Um, but yeah. So I hope this was helpful as far as social media. I hope this encourages you to become more open-minded, where you can learn how to shine in social media and be your authentic self. I think that is the most everyone wants to show up perfect. They need their picture to be perfect. They need the angle to be perfect. They need to face tune their face because they hate their complexion. Trust me, I know it. I have done it. But the more that I'm like just being myself and who I am, the more people are interested, I guess, in me, or the more people are more relatable because it's real and it's not like just like, oh, I'm pretending fake and perfect all the time. No, like sometimes I am perfect, okay? But sometimes I'm messy and sometimes I'm emotional and sometimes I don't have my shit together. And most of the time I'm in workout clothes and I look like shit, like garbage, okay? But that's what the world wants to see. They want to see authentic. People are tired of like the standard of everybody just making it so perfect. So I hope this helps. You tear that wall down, you dive in. Don't make yourself feel like you're perfect. Tag the people. If you're sharing outfit of the day, tag everything, even if it's just Amazon, even if it's Sheen, girl, even if you like the Chinese clothes, it doesn't matter. Tag it. Grow. You can do so much more when you like expand your mind into this realm of like really not giving a fuck, okay? I promise it works. So let's do a hard shift. We're going into the locker room. This is something I've been so excited to talk about because I'm like, all the girly pops are here, right? And I've been in my relationship. We just hit 22 years in January, honestly. The ball night, January 24th, was 22 years that I just remember Colin and I having our first kiss, and after our first kiss, we were like, "Let's date." Even though my son's 21, I know, do the math. We've been married 12, 13. I don't know, because it's been a long, wild ride. So I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about the red flags in men, and like, I really want to help you find the love of your life, girl, because you deserve someone and you keep going into these relationships that are horrible and shitty. And it's because you're choosing the wrong men. And so we're going to get into it. Okay. So dating men, let's get into it. I feel like me and Kyle never got to date because our relationship went so fast. It was wild. And boom, we had a baby. Um, and also I was so young. I don't even think I was like, I was just hanging out with the boys. That was something I did. I don't think I was like looking for a relationship. So I never knew how to look for like signs, I guess. But things men do that immediately give you the ick. I really want to talk about it. And baby, write it in if you have one. And if I miss anything, I'm gonna start with the truck. I'm gonna start with the truck because nothing drives me fucking crazy more than a man. Even a car, it's like they rev it up. It's like, vroom. Like, okay, you have a car and it has an engine, so do I. Like, what? It gives, I don't know why it makes them pee pee on themselves. Like, they just love the sound of it. They're just, it makes them pee pee on themselves, okay? And I'm like, it is giving little dick energy, and I need you to stop because you're giving yourself away right now. Just, just stop. That's just one ick. We're gonna go back and we're gonna go into the creepers icks because I can smell a creeper a mile away. But before we do that, I want to stick to the pace of dating. And so I know women will lower their standards in certain areas and they regret it later. Let's talk about it. I cringe when a woman says, I don't like flowers. I don't like flowers. Okay, who scarred you? Who scarred you? I get it. Flowers die. But so has your heart when you say that. The gesture of a man giving, just walking up and giving me flowers and a card because he just thought about it while he was in the grocery store is so thoughtful and so kind. So for a woman to be like, ugh, I don't like that. Your standards are too low, way too low. I think it should be a standard from time to time that a man does that because if you don't hold these standards, they're never going to thoughtfully think of you. And then you're going to regret it later and you're stuck in this relationship because, yes, honey, you get stuck because y'all all struggle walking away. Um, change that mindset. And I'm not even going to lie, I'm speaking on experience because I used to say, I don't need flowers, but now I do. I need flowers once a week. And I hope my husband hears this, which he's probably not, because he hasn't gave me flowers in a long time. I'm actually going to text him here in a second. You haven't gotten me flowers in a long time. Actually, let's do that right now. I'm going to talk to Tex. Babe, comma, you haven't gotten me flowers in a long time. ... Okay, sent. Let's see what he says. Because I just think men find this groove. And women, I know we have a hard time saying like what we want and we expect them to just know what we want, but they are stupid as fuck. Okay. They don't know what we want. They don't know. He just texted me, noted. You better not wait till Valentine's to get me flowers since it's been that long. ... Noted, he said. He better go to HEB today. I love that I'm doing this. I'm texting him while. um, oh gosh, I lost where I was. I don't even know what I was saying. Uh, shit. Well, okay. We were talking about standards. Women, y'all suck with y'all standards, holding them to fruition. To fruition, I don't even know. Okay, well, moving on. If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to hold the door for you, he would. If he wanted to massage your back, he would. If he wanted to give you flowers, bitch, he would. If he's not doing any of those things, you need to have a talk to him. Talk to him. You need to have a talk with him because you deserve a partner. I don't know if saying putting you on a pedestal is the right word, but I'm going to use it right now just because I don't have anything else. But if you don't have a partner who doesn't put you on a pedestal, then that's a red flag. Okay. But tread lightly. Okay. I know you might take that by me saying you should be treated like queen. You should, but he is also your king. Don't ever forget that. You should, however a man treats you, a woman reciprocates. The man is the leader. If he's doing all these nice things, don't get it twisted, bitch. You need to do it back. Okay. But it starts with him. So if he's not doing it and you're doing those things, girl, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Yes, I want to do those things for my husband. And I do. But if he's not doing them back, I, just as I did, will let him know. Babe, you haven't done this for me in a long time. He said noted. Noted. He's saying noted because he will take care of it. Because I am a communicator. And when I speak to my man, he just needs to know. He gets so caught up in his day-to-day life. His work schedule is busy. And this is most men. Like, depending on their job and their career, my husband holds a hat that is so full and time consuming. I could literally look at him and I can tell he's on another planet somewhere in his brain because he's just overwhelmed with work, which is why I always show up for him and do these things for him. But if he's lacking, I just tell him. And he'll pick up the pieces. He responded, by the way, when I said, you better not wait till Valentine's. He responded and said, yes, ma'am. Baby, let me tell you, 22 years in training, okay? We're still training him. We don't stop. Hold your standards. Have high standards. Don't be a bitch. Just communicate. They need to know what to do, and it's better for you to tell them. And let me tell you, I'm gonna get a little spicy here. Even if he's not good at rubbing it out, if you want him to rub it out for you or whatever you prefer, he can go down on you. I don't care. Even if he's not the greatest, explain it to him. Baby, you need to go on this spot. Hey, if you move this way, if you move that way, they don't know what they don't know. It's not like they were a fucking porn star in their once past life. Like they could have not had any, they didn't have any training at all. That, like what happens in the bedroom is just like this, what's the word? What happens in the bedroom is like almost fairy tale. It's like there's no, well, I'm sure there is handbooks. I was gonna say there's no handbook, but I'm sure there is. But for some people who are just winging it, they're just learning as they go and they just go for whatever feels good. But like communicate. Communicate. I'm telling you, when you could communicate, he tells me what he likes, I tell him what I like, and baby, the sex has never been better. It's the same way with anything else going on in your life, whether it's the dating. I'm so excited. I did fuss at my husband yesterday because I love Valentine's Day. It's on a Saturday. And he knows that I want to go to dinner on Valentine's Day with my man. He knows this, but I'll plant the seeds, and lo and behold, he drops the ball per usual. So I'm yesterday saying, hey, where do you want to go? And I'm starting to look at restaurants. Literally 95% of the nice restaurants that I want to go to are booked at the time that I want to go. And we have a window with babysitter shit. We have a window that we can go. And I'm like, I'm looking at him in disgust. And he's like, he just repeats what I say. And he's like, don't wait till the last minute. And I'm like, you're welcome. I figured it out. I found a place, but I also did have 2 other places notify me in case something comes available. But had I not done that, I would have been the one upset on Valentine's Day because he didn't make the initiative to do it. Excuse me. That was rude. Excuse me. But he didn't make the initiative to do it. So I would have been upset. So instead of saving an argument, I just have to sometimes take the bull by the horn. And that's just the reality of it. Um, I guess I would say I'm more romantic than he is. He can be romantic, but I can be like way more romantic when I like thought out like how I'm going to present a gift, how I'm going to like I'm way more romantic. And I think there was a time in our life where I just want him to be more romantic. So I just don't say shit and wait for him to do it. And guess what? It doesn't get done and it never happens. So I'm in the season of our relationship where I've accepted that I'm the romance, he is not. And it is what it is. And I'm going to make the initiative, and he appreciates it. But, um, yeah, I think I scrolled with that one too. Okay. So let's go into some red flags and creepy energy, like the stuff that you need to pay attention to. Um, I'm trying to think. There's this guy, I don't really want to specify because if I specify too much, a lot of my listeners are going to know exactly who I'm talking about. But there's this guy. I mean, let me just say, women can tell when you're a fucking creeper perv. We can tell. We can tell like immediately. At least I can. And there's this guy. Look, I know I'm not ugly, okay? And I know that when I do dress up and don't look like a bum, that I look good, okay? But I'm taken. I'm taken. I'm loud and proud, love my husband. My husband loves me. I have him on my side. He's my best friend. I bring him everywhere I go. If my husband is like not that far from me and you are still creeping on me, stop. Like just stop. It's so disgusting. And there was this guy at the ball this past weekend, and I kind of warned a few people, and I was like, he just gives me per vibes that compared to somebody else. I can't even say their name because then people will know who I'm talking about. Gosh, I'm trying not to talk shit, but like he felt like he had to give me a hug at the end. Not tell my husband bye because he was leaving, but had to give me a hug in front of my husband. And it's like, what do I do? Do I be rude and say fuck off? No, I can't because I'm trying to build this community and this, so it's like, why are men like that? I don't know. But creeper, like, stop. Especially, okay, there's another guy at the gym. He stares, and it's not just me, it's women. It's all beautiful women. He stares at, like, can I just get a workout in? Like, what he doesn't know is I used to box and I will knock the shit out of him if he doesn't stop staring at me like that. You're giving me gross vibes. Like, and make it so obvious. Like, I see some good looking guys at the gym that are not my husband, okay? My husband is fine as hell, but to me he is, at least. Um I'm not gonna, like, be gawking over, like, why are the men gawking? Why are they doing that? I don't know, but it's a red flag, it's a creeper, and some of these men have women at home and are doing this. How did that person end up with a significant other, but you can tell that they're, like, creeping and gawking on people? I don't know, I don't get it. Red flag, abort, run. Usually women's intuition is rarely wrong, especially mine. I have a very good intuition and I can feel energy. I can feel when someone is lying to me. I can feel when someone is just off today. It doesn't feel like talking to me. I could just feel people's energy. Women are never wrong when it comes to vibing and feeling that creeper energy, or can tell when someone's behavior is off. So when it comes to these guys and they're creeping on me, like, I have a ring on my finger, it is so hard for me to be nice. And so, like, I talk to my husband about this a lot because he'll even put this shit in my head because we have real conversations and he's a guy and he knows what guys want. So he has a hard time if, like, some men want to be nice and tell me hi, but in his mind, they have a motive, right? So I have a hard time talking to men that I can tell that are creeping. Like, it's hard for me to be nice. Like, I will have a stink face. Like, ugh, you'll see it. Like, don't even talk to me. I can tell when you are being, like, I can tell when you have a motive of, like, just trying to flirt versus really just trying to be friendly. There's a huge difference. So I have a hard time doing that. Um, okay, I don't know. I think I might have scrolled a little bit on the love talk, but I would love for you to chime in, and just kind of share a dating experience so we can, like, hone in on, because men are just, they're fucking men. Sometimes they're stupid. They don't even know how to treat women. It's probably not their fault. It's what they were, how they were raised. Um, but I just wanted to touch a little bit on this locker room talk, and I plan to dive deeper into it, but I wanted to soft touch it just to see, if you guys like this type of topic. Especially, I think I want to dive more on. Well, no, we're not even going to say that. So just to reiterate, we covered some social media opportunity. If you need any help with social media, please reach out. I can direct you to my son if you're trying to build your TikTok. They have courses, everything that he's doing. We can hone in on that. And I honestly think I'm going to bring him back because everybody loves social media right now and wants to figure out how to work from home. Um, And I'll just end with this. You guys, I don't have all the answers. I'm just saying what I believe and I'm doing and what I'm trying. I take what hits, I leave the rest. Whenever I talk about certain things, especially like social media, it helps me be more accountable in the things that I'm actually working on and have my hands on. And I just share what I'm doing. Um, it doesn't mean that it's right or it's the perfect way, but I'm just trying to find realistic ways to grow my business, stay relevant, stay in the scene. And impact people because that really, fills my cup. Yeah, that's it. We're closing it out. This might be a short episode, but I Love you guys. Thank you for honing in with it. Now that Mardi Gras, the biggest part of Mardi Gras has passed for me, I'll be able to really dig deeper in my lesson planning with podcasts because sometimes I'm just winging it. I promise you, it's going to get better. Just hold on. Thank you for sticking with me. And I will see you next time. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And make sure you go follow me on TikTok, my personal and my Southern Unscripted page. Until next time, love you.